Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry that I have not been uploading consistently, but that will be stopping soon. Today we are going to talk about how to save money and how to stop living check to check. This topic came up to me recently when I was talking to a few people that came into my job that were complaining about their finances and their bill and different things like that, and we were talking, and it kind of startled me how many people actually do live check to check and how people are one check away from losing their home or whatever. So today we are going to go over a few tips that I have implemented in my life and that other people that are financially literate have implemented as well, that have shared with me. I don't know how many tips I have, but I do have a list of them. The first tip that I want to go over is, if you have someone in your life that you spend a lot of money on, example, some people's boyfriends, some people's girlfriends, or bills, get rid of this person. Not saying break up with them, but get rid of them, as far as let them know that you are about to start saving money. You can't go out and different things like that all the time until you get to a place in life where you are secure. There's no reason why you should be living check to check, but you go out every weekend, you're going out to eat, dating different people, things like that. That is very, very irresponsible and kind of stupid, but we're gonna move on from there. But y'all get the gist of that. And some people's children as well, let your kids know that every time they go to the store they don't need anything. No, I don't have children, but I have nieces and nephews that think I made out money, and I have to tell them that too. So just a little money, $5, $10 here, that really adds up over time. So be very conscious of what you're spending your money on, who, and if it's something that they absolutely need. My next tip is learn how to be broke. So when I say that, what I mean is, do not borrow money, because every time that you borrow money, before you get your next check, it's already being dished out to different people, and you will always start in the hole. So you definitely want to learn how to make it through life without borrowing money every time that you are completely broke. Sometimes, like, you gotta cut corners on what you eat. I mean, some weeks you have to eat noodles, you know what I mean? So it's just very important that you learn how to struggle, because whatever you do today, you're trying to make a better tomorrow for yourself. So that is definitely a tip that I have had to implement. I have done it before too. Like, I might borrow money from my mom or a friend or something like that when I was short in between checks, but I'm like, dang, when I get paid, I gotta pay this person back, pay that person back, and that adds up. So just learn how to struggle, and then it will keep you ahead of the game each time. My next tip is to remember that your spare time should be used to make money. I know a lot of people do not like to get second and third jobs and things like that, but for the time being, if that's something that you need to do to get yourself ahead, it's definitely something that I would look into. Places like Uber, Lyft, Instacart, selling Mary Kay, selling different things, anything that allows you to make your own schedule and work whenever you can. That is definitely something that you should look into if you are trying to build up that emergency fund for yourself. Uber and Lyft, I know people that do it. I know people that do Instacart, and they make pretty good money doing it. Some people do it as their full-time job. So if you live in a busy city or close to like a college town or game day or something like that, it's definitely something that I would look into, because it is a quick way to make money in your spare time, especially if when you get off work or you get finished with school and you're just sitting around not doing anything, strolling social media. Learn how to turn your time into money, because time is something that you cannot get back. My next tip is do not eat out every day. Do not eat out every day. It becomes a bill that we feel like is just a necessity because it's food, but there are plenty of ways to cut corners when it comes to eating. If you are the person that absolutely has to eat out every day, definitely be signed into different apps and things that give you rewards where you can get free food and stuff like that. I know some people use what is the, I forgot what the like market thing is called, like when they send you food, whatever it's called. I'll think of it in a second. I feel crazy that I can't remember exactly what it is, but some people use those, but those are kind of expensive. And what I mean is like when they send you your meals each week or whatever. But definitely food is a big expense for me, so I understand. I'm newly graduated from college, so I don't get like that meal money and different things like that, and I had to adjust myself to stop eating out and to try to meal prep when I can. I'm not the best person at it, I'm not gonna lie, but I do know that some days I tell myself like I'm not gonna eat out, I'm just gonna go to Publix and get me a bunch of stuff and, you know, cook it up. I do not like leftovers, so I completely understand like this may be a hard topic for some people, but we definitely have to learn how to cut corners when it comes to eating out. And plus, a lot of cheaper places to eat out, they're not the healthiest. So definitely go over your monthly statement for your banking and see how much you actually do spend on eating out. I know that is a way that I have saved a lot of money, is actually looking, because you can swipe and never know how much exactly you're spending on food, and when you realize it, you're like, ugh, wrong idea. But definitely look through those expenses and cut corners on that. Another way to save money is to invest in your 401k. I know people hear about this all the time when it comes to retirement. I am not the person that wants to retire. I don't expect my job's 401k to help me with retirement. I work for someone right now, but my dream is to work for myself and to never retire. But for the time being, I definitely utilize my job's 401k because they match, and it's free money after 3 years I'm vested. And vested means that you get the money that they paid into and the money that you paid into. So that definitely is something that you should look into. If your job does not have a 401k or 401k matching, start looking for something else to do, because that is a very important thing to have when you have graduated and you're starting your new career. You definitely want to go into a company that invests in their people. So 401k matching is a very good way to save money. It's something that you usually don't see unless you actually go looking for it to see how much is in it. So it's usually something that can accumulate a lot of money over time, and it comes straight out of your check, so it's nothing that you would ever miss. The next way to save money is to automate your savings from your checking account. I have a savings account that is with Wealthfront. Now, Wealthfront does not do direct deposit, but one of my savings accounts that I have, they do. So I just transfer my money from that savings account to Wealthfront. The reason why I have Wealthfront is because they have a very high interest rate that they pay, because like the banks that I have my checking accounts, like Chase, Bank of America, and I have Navy Federal, those three, their savings account like give you pennies. That is no money. Wealthfront, they used to have a really high interest rate of 2.5%, but because of the new government regulations or them cutting interest rates, it's down to like 1.82, but it still is a lot more than what I was getting at any regular bank that you would see every day. It's straight online bank. It's completely FDIC insured and everything. So I will leave a link below if y'all want to look into moving your money there, but it was one of the best decisions that I ever made. That money, I take 12% of my check, go straight to that account, and I'm planning on upping that really soon. How much actually goes to this account that I take, that accepts direct deposit, and then I move it over to Wealthfront each month. But it is definitely a very good idea to get a savings account that you do not see. I feel like when I have my savings account that's connected to my checking account, it always makes me feel like I have that extra money. But if it's money that I cannot see, it there's a very small chance of me messing with it. So if you are the type of person that's like me, that likes to shop and thinks that they're rich, definitely get you a savings account that you usually don't have access to easily, something that will take days to get money out. It is a great way if you are not really good at saving money. So that's definitely one thing to do. And my last tip is to go through your finances and take an amount out of your check. If your, excuse me, let me back up. If your employer has a direct deposit system that allows you to direct deposit to several different accounts, utilize that, because when you take the money directly out of your check, it is so much easier to save, because you are supposed to spend what's left after saving, is what I think Warren Buffett said. But it was like one of the greatest quotes I've heard about money. But it's actually that saving should not be something that you do after you have spent all your money. It should be something that you do before. You pay yourself and then you put some money to the side, because it is very important to have an emergency fund. You do not want to be strapped every time you get paid and not know where your next how you're going to pay your next bill and that. So it's a very stressful way to live, and it's very important that you learn your money principles early in your life, because after you get 40, 50 years old, it becomes more stressful. In your 20s, you do like to blow a lot of money. Teens and 20s, you like to blow a lot of money, but it is our job to become more financially stable than our parents were and things like that. So it is very important to get on top of this first. So if you have an employer that does multiple different direct deposits, please go into that and have an account that you don't really have a lot of access to, and direct deposit 5%, 20%. You can start 1%, 2%, or 3% if you are not making that much money, but start there first. And that is a great way to start utilizing your savings, because it's straight there. No middleman, no worrying about anything. You know, whatever that comes to your primary checking account, that is your money to pay your bills and to spend. I have several different accounts because my employer does different direct deposits, and I have a banking account for my food, I have a bank account for my bills, and I have a bank account for leisure, and I have a savings account. So that is just something that I utilize, because I budget my money down to zero. I do not like, oh, I got all this money left. No, if it's left into my bill account, it's for my bills. If it's left into my food account, it's for food. Entertainment is for entertainment. So that is a way that I have utilized my way of getting out of living check to check. I'm gonna put down below the different steps that I did, because I know I kind of talked fast in this video, because I'm trying to get it under 15 minutes so I don't bore y'all to death. But this was a video that I needed to get out. I'm sorry. I will start uploading more and more each day. Mondays will be about Monday. Mondays will be about Monday. Mondays will be about money. Wednesdays will be about wellness, and Sundays will be about self-help and spirituality. So thank y'all so much for listening to me. If you have any questions, y'all know how to get in touch with me. I will leave all my contact info below, as well as my social media handles. So please follow me and definitely subscribe to this channel, like this video, so that I can start doing this full-time one day. Thank y'all so much. You know I will never charge you for any information that I give. So all I ask is just to support me by subscribing, sharing, and liking this video. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.